Hi everybody. Just jumping on just a smidge early so that you guys can all jump on and I can give you a minute to jump on. Got nervous very quickly at the last minute there. So I'm really excited to be invited onto this. Thank you so much, Patty and Katrina. Hi, Kathy. I probably won't keep the comments up only because I, like most of the other presenters, get squirreled away with them and then completely lose what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I will just get rid of those. Sorry, hi everybody that's coming on. Yeah, so I've only just really reached out to Patty and started chatting, and a new friend. It was really exciting. So I do thank you guys for thinking of me to come on. Just a little bit about me. I started in March 2018. I started off really quickly and got to star consultant very, very quickly. Earned the Mexico trip back then within like 5 months of joining. So I think it was like 4 or 5 months because it had already started before I actually started myself. And I sort of sat at Star Consultant for a really long time, about a year to be honest, doing some director trainings and things like that. But finally, I'll be honest, COVID has actually been my best friend. I worked a lot of hours. I own a 10-pin bowling alley with my husband, and that being shut for about 11 weeks during COVID allowed me to focus full-time on Sensi. So I finally managed to work my way to director in May with a team of 96 now, and I am the director of the green team. So yeah, it's been a really exciting journey, and really glad that I've made it that far. So today I really didn't know what to tell Patty I was good at. She sent me the list of options of what we could maybe talk about, and I'm like, I'm no good at what's left. I can't help you. And she's just basically said to me, well, what are you good at? And I'm like, oh gosh, imagine being asked the question, what actually are you good at? It's really hard. You might think you're good at things, but you don't know. So hopefully what I'm going to talk about is helpful. So I'm going to talk about basically running your business on buy and sell customers. Obviously, my whole business isn't focused around those. I do have local customers. I have committed customers that I've gotten through the last 2 years. But a lot, and I mean a lot of my customers, like I do not have a lot of local customers. I have spread my business far and wide across Australia very quickly when I started. That was literally the first thing I did. My sponsor basically said, look, here's a post, try this and see how it goes. And I was just inundated with comments immediately. So it was very overwhelming, but it got me the start that I needed to really create my customer base, which was amazing. So, yeah, so a lot of my customers come from buy and sell boards. I post religiously, and that is a big key. So I do try adding the main thing to do when you first get on to wanting to try this is to add 10 to 20 new groups. Add yourself to the groups every single day, so that you build up a big group selection. It can take me weeks to post through every buy and sell group that I have got on my list now. And that is with posting to a bunch every single night. It takes me weeks to get through the whole entire list. That's how many I've got on there. And I'm still adding new ones as every single day. My big tip is to not just pick local pages either. That's not going to branch you out far enough to really hit the market. Sometimes like certain areas are just going to get used to seeing your posts, and then that's going to just sort of chill off for you. So branch out wide. You are Australia and New Zealand. You can recruit in New Zealand, you can sell in New Zealand, and vice versa. So honestly, I branched out. I now have pages from New Zealand, from every state in Queensland, in Australia. So I branched out extremely quickly, and I added a lot of pages. And you'll find that when you are waiting on being put into a page, if you go into that one, it will actually give you other page suggestions that you can join. So I've noticed that recently. Way back when I started doing it 2 years ago, they used to give us a map. And you used to be able to pick like an area on the map, and it would just show you all the little dot points of all the different buy and sell groups that you could try to join. So they don't have that anymore, which makes it a little bit harder. But all you need to do is basically pick the area you want to try for that day, type in buy and sell for that area, and add. Answer the questions if you're required to answer the questions. I do get a lot of those questions where, are you in the area, and things like that. I do honestly answer them. I say, no, I'm not in the area, but I do have direct shipping on my products. So they know prior, and then the admins can make up their mind if they're going to add me or not. On top of that, if it's no business posting, of course, I skip those ones and don't worry about it, because they're only going to block and cancel your and kick you out anyway. So, but I don't sort of go through that too much. I just add myself, and then if they end up not liking what I'm posting, then they can take action on that themselves. A big thing is consistency is absolutely key when you're using the buy and sell boards. You're posting daily. And I mean, set aside, it does not take long. Set aside 20 to 30 minutes every single day at your specific time frame. So for me, I like the nights. I find I get a lot of interaction at night time, say between 7 and 9 p.m. for me. But any time frame will work. So basically, if you need to do it in the morning before the kids wake up, do it in the morning. You will get people that will see it, and you will get the interaction. So, but yeah, for me personally, 7 to 9 p.m. at night, that sort of seems to be when everyone's put the kids to bed and they can chill out and they're scrolling through Facebook. So I get a lot of comments through that timing. But basically any time of the day, you will eventually, when you're consistent, you will drum up, the people will start seeing your posts and they'll start commenting. Personally, I do 15 recruiting posts every single night, and 10 to 15 product posts. It depends what kind of product post it is. If it's something that I think is going to get a lot of reaction, then I only do about 10, because otherwise you're going to be messaging so many new people that you might get a Facebook ban. Now, yes, I've been in Facebook jail many, many times. I am sure that a lot of you have been there as well. But if I have found with the messenger jail, because I actually contact them myself, if you just completely stop for 24 hours, then the ban will pretty much go straight away in that 24 hours, and then you're right to start messaging new people again. If I do get a Facebook ban and I've still got a ton of comments, I will go and ask them to message me, so that they're not sitting and waiting for 24 hours for a reply. I will go in there and I'll go, sorry, I can't message you right now. Could you please send me a message? And a lot of them will actually do that. So that's another way to get around that, is to get them to message you. The reason why I go with like 15 recruiting posts and 10 to 15 product posts is because if you do too many, you will get a posting in groups ban, which really is not necessary. There's no need to do too many of the exact same thing, because they'll just pick you up as spam. So now with my posts, it could be anything. So say if it's a recruiting post, it's going to say on there that, like, whatever you find is catchy, with a catchy, pretty sensy post that you think is going to catch attention. You want them to comment on your post. So it needs to end with like, comment below for more details, like say this below, give me an emoji below. It's anything that gets them to comment. So when I have say I do a wash a whiff product post, my bottom line will be, what's your favorite scent if you've tried them before? Tell me below. I want to get them commenting because that's got all to do with the Facebook algorithm. The more people that comment on your post, you will find it actually keeps going and people just keep commenting, because Facebook goes, they're commenting on that, it must be really interesting, so I'm going to show more people. So that is why you need to ask them to comment rather than ask them to message you or to go to your webpage or anything like that. You need to ask them to comment. That way Facebook will go, yep, let's show more and more and more people, because it's obviously very popular, so more and more people are going to want to see it. It's just a Facebook thing. It is quite annoying that, they have those algorithms in there, but we also get it. They want their page to be popular. They want people to see it. So that's that part. I just, always require them to comment. Don't require them to message you or anything like that. When I answer them, so when they have commented below, I will then private message them. Once I've private messaged them, I go straight back to the post and they then comment. I comment to them, I tag their name so that they get a notification for sure. Because if you just type in there, they won't always get the notification. So I have found this really works for me way better than it used to. Before I used to just go back and say PM sent and that was it. But now I tag their name. I then put that I've sent them a PM. And then I also add on there at the end, if it doesn't come through, please click on my name and send me a message, because then the PM, if it's gone to their others folder and they don't know how to find it, you'll find that they will actually then go to your name, they will click it, they will send you a message, and then your message that you've sent them will pop up. So I've found this works way, way better, because you get a lot of people that just go, oh, I can't see your message. And then that's the end of the conversation with them. They don't go looking for it. They don't know how. So I've found very much so that if you ask them to contact you if the message doesn't come through, I'm getting a lot more response from that as well. You are going to find that you will have some quiet days. There's always going to be quiet days, and then they're not always going to be the same. So I think on my first year in January, I couldn't get a comment on a post if I tried. I posted every day for the whole month of January 2 years ago, and it was silence. There was nobody, there was absolutely nothing. It was like crickets. I couldn't believe it. I was getting down. I'm like, why am I even bothering? But my team was all, come on, keep going. It's consistency. It will work. It'll get there. It'll keep going. And it did, of course. Further on in the months, to February, the comments started coming in, and then you're like, this is why I'm doing it. But then you push through till January this year, and I was like, I couldn't stop the comments. January just was massive. Like, it couldn't have been any bigger for comments. They just kept coming and coming and coming. So it's like, you can't go, oh, January last year was really bad, so January this year is going to be really bad. So don't ever think that. And also sometimes, like, if a time is working for you, don't change it unless you absolutely have to, because comments stop. Comments will come. Consistency. It's all about consistency. I know so many people are going to be on here telling you that consistency is absolute key, and to be honest, it really is. If you're not consistently posting, then people are not consistently seeing, so your algorithm's going to go down, and then you've got to work consistently again to get it back to where Facebook are showing everybody. So just push through the quiet times is my main focus there. Push hard, keep pushing, keep posting, no matter what, whether you're getting comments or not. Keep going. Now, like I've said, also, it doesn't take that long to do this. I can do that, about 30 posts. Only takes you about a minute each. I load up my group there's like your group button on Facebook, and it comes up with my list of all my pages, and I literally just click and go down the list and go in and post, grab the next one, go in and post. It does not take long. So if that's what you need, if you need to just set aside that little bit of time, and not even just that, if you can only spare 10 or 15 minutes at one time and then 10 or 15 minutes later, do your recruiting at a certain time, do your products at another time. It doesn't all have to be done in one chunk, if you know what I mean. Like, you can space it out over the day. Just be consistent and post something as much as you can every day. I literally cannot like tell you how much consistency is key, and I will keep saying it, and it gets annoying, but I'll keep saying it. I have had people in my team, people come to me going, it's not working, what you're doing is not working. Yeah, okay, maybe the posts that I'm using might not work for you. Everybody's completely different. You need to pick a product that you're passionate about. If I just post something that I'm not really that interested in, you'll find that, like, you're not pushing it, you don't, your post doesn't sound as happy, and that kind of thing. You need to pick something that you're passionate in, so that when you message them after them, you're excited to get them into that product. For me, washer whiffs are big. Unfortunately, we don't have very many, so that makes it quite, I've had to change up, because March, April, May was absolutely massive washer whiff wise for me. I don't know if it was for a lot of other people, but I was selling somewhere between 30, 40, 50 tubs, well, tubs or small ones, from buy, sell, swap groups every single month to brand new people that I had not even spoken to before. So they were huge. But now that we don't have very many, I've had to change my focus and try and find something else that's going to grab their attention. I like the posts that sort of, like when you're doing mini warmers, and you pop up what mini warmers are available, give them all a number and ask them to choose one, and then they can come back with a choice of your mini warmers, and then you can sort of go from there. I've talked really fast, so I'm trying to fill in some time. I might check the comments in a minute. So basically, for me, that is literally what I try to do. I do base a lot of my business online like that. It's worked for me. I get it's not going to work for everybody. Some people work way better face to face. It just depends on what works for you. But for me, buy, sell, swap groups have pretty much been my business. I started a happy mail system back in March, April, when everything got shut down. Added every single person that had ordered in March for me, and then I was adding anywhere between 20 to 40 brand new customers to Happy Mail every single month, and they were all just brand new customers from buy and sell groups. I wasn't selling washer whiffs at a personal special deal or anything like that. I was literally messaging these people. So the washer whiffs, they would message me and with a how much or whatever. My PM to them was literally, our washer whiffs come in 2 sizes. Small has this many grams, $20. Large, 1 point whatever kgs, $51 plus postage. Would you like to grab some? That is literally all I said to them, and I was still selling them at full price. That is probably one of the big things that that was shocking a few of my, like, upline and stuff, was that I wasn't doing a deal. You don't always have to do a deal. Our products sell themselves. So yes, sometimes a deal can absolutely help you and can push you and push the sales even higher. But to be honest, you don't always have to do one. And like I wasn't doing one, so I was able to sell so many on buy and sell swap groups that I could give my VIP customers a deal. So basically that is literally how I do my buy, swap and selling. I'm going to turn the comments back on and have a look and just see if we've got any questions or anything. I've gone Speedy Gonzales on you all. I talk really fast when I get nervous, and I apologise for that. So Kimmy, I don't, going back to your, do you bump posts or delete and redo them every day, or leave them all up and just keep posting without deleting? Totally makes sense. So, like, everybody's different. Personally, I don't have time to go in there and delete and redo or anything like that. Admin on those pages, if they want to delete them and clean up their page, let them go for it. For me, I literally just post and go. By the time, because I've got so many buy, swap, sell groups, by the time I get back to the top of my list to do it again, it's been at least a week, sometimes even 2 weeks, just depending on where it is. So that's bumped so far down the page that me going looking for it is just, it would be time consuming for me, which that's not what I'm about. I already work another full-time job, which I've let you know. So for me, I just wouldn't bother. I don't bump posts at all. The comments bump them for me. So if there's no comments on it, well, then that one's just disappeared. I go again the next time I come around. So I don't alternate whether or not I've done a product post or a recruiting post either. I don't have time to check for that. I don't write down what I do in what pages. I literally just keep my list open at all times, and I just keep going down the list. So if I get back up to the top and it just happens to be I'm doing recruiting posts and I've already done one, well, they're just going to get another recruiting post to just to continue that on. So it's, yeah, I don't delete anything. I know I probably should, but yeah, no, I don't. Thanks, Amanda. The colours are actually coming out. It's due for a new one. I don't know what colour to go, but let's see. I'll surprise everybody next time. Let's see what we've got. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, Becky, I can pop on the posts, the two that I'm doing at the moment, and I'll pop them down there. I'll even pop in under the replies on it my PM to them. That's totally fine. I can help with that for sure. You can use the same content as other people. So if people are posting things up and you're like, oh, let's grab that and run with that, do it, but grab your own picture. Facebook sort of grabs at your pictures, and if the same people, like, I don't know if you've remembered back in our flash sales the last couple of years, everybody grabs the exact same picture, and then everybody gets flagged and can't post anything because there are hundreds of consultants out there all posting the same picture. Try to be original with your pictures if you can, but the wording doesn't really matter. So if you need to just grab the wording off somebody because you can't quite figure it out, or you think it's catchy and you want to use it, go ahead and use that, but try to use your own picture if you can. Yeah, so Amy, you find a lot of BSS groups don't allow business posts. How do you get around that? Honestly, I'm naughty. I don't check the rules. I don't have time to read through all their rules. When I go onto a page, or I add myself to a page, I literally just add myself. If it comes up in the questions that I have to answer, that are you a business? Do you know that it's not going to be? I just stop answering the questions and I delete my request from that page. If it doesn't come up asking that and I've managed to get into the group, I'll post anyway, and because I haven't read the rules. I might say that I've read the rules, but honestly, if they don't like the post, they're going to delete it as admin anyway. And then when they delete the post, it actually comes up and it tells you in a notification that an admin has removed your post and why. Now, I go and look at these. If it says at the bottom of that my post was removed because it's a business post and they don't allow it, I then go into that page and just leave the page. It's simple. If they don't like your post, they're going to take it down. Let them do the hard work. You get your posts out there and see how you go. I've had posts out there where I've got like 10, 15 comments. Then all of a sudden the admin have gone, oh, no, we don't like this, and taken it down. Luckily, I'd messaged all of those people before they took it down. But But yeah, it's trial and error, and it's keep going. Yeah, you will find there are groups out there that say no business posts, but then they don't even pick up that you're a business post at all. So I would just, trial and error and just keep going. Literally, don't stop. If you get removed from a group or your post gets taken down from a group because it's a business post, delete yourself from that page and go and find another one to replace it. That's pretty much all I do, and I just keep going. Oh, good. I felt really bad telling people not to read the rules, Jess. So I'm so glad somebody else does it. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with Jess. If it's really that important to the admins that you don't post something in particular, or whatever reason, let them remove you. Let them do the hard work. We do enough. Getting our business out there, doing the posts, replying to everybody, because sometimes I'm telling you, there are times if you are consistent and you just pick that right night at that right time to post this post, you could be on that post replying to 50, 60, even more people. Yes, not everyone's going to reply. Yes, not everyone's going to be interested. They just wanted to know what the price might be, because I don't put the rules I was told a while ago, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't double checked them because I'm not getting flagged on anything. But the rules I was told basically were, if you don't post a price and you just post a picture asking them to come and get the price, then that was fine. So that is exactly what I do. I do not post a price. That is one other thing that I wanted to add, which I'm glad I sort of got there with my train of thought, because I did not write it down. Use the discussion tab. Do not post in the for sale area. The reason being is because you have to add a price. If you do that, you have to have the Sensi price that is exactly what it is. Obviously, if you're doing a deal, you don't want the Sensi price. And then the other thing is, if people look at the price, that may turn them off. Whereas some people might just message you, you then have their interest, and you can get the ball rolling that way, whether they like the price or not. So I never post in the for sale area, always in the discussion tab, and then asking for comments. So awesome. I'm so glad that Jess doesn't read the rules. It makes me feel so much better. Exactly, Kathy. Like, let the admins do their job. They'll block and delete you all on their own. So I really hope this has been helpful for some people. But if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. And I will post in the comments what I'm posting at the moment, and my private message in the reply to that. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to me. I was really excited to get this opportunity, and yeah, hopefully I get to do it again sometime. So thank you, Patty. Thank you, Kat. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye.